Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Dr. Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a match between HeroMarine and Reynor. Here on Golden Wall, the latter edition, the bottom right-hand corner is the blue Zerg player. It is Reynor. And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have a blue Terran, or a red Terran player. It is HeroMarine. My brain is colorblind sometimes, you guys. I don't know what else to say about this. Alright, so two excellent players for your Patreon cast this week, the week of July the 25th. Maybe the 26th. I'm not entirely sure when the week starts. It is coronavirus time. And alright, so again, if you're seeing this that week, thank you very much for subscribing to me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month, which gives you the right to see 4 StarCraft 2 casts a month before anybody else, and 4 Brooder casts as well. Well, hang on a second. Are there 4 weeks? I don't know. Every week, you get one. And if you're seeing it in August, then hello, YouTube. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. All right. So, 16-17 here from Reynor. No proxy shenanigans and, you know, racks in your main base for here from HeroMarine. Both these players have over 7,000 MMR on the European ladder. And, man, so Reynor, HeroMarine, and Cyril are the lords of the European ladder. Let me tell you what. Reaper coming out. But I saw an interesting discussion on Pig's Discord the other day. Basically, the best players from NA are Protoss, the best players from the EU are Zerg, and the best players from Korea are Terran. So isn't that weird how that's worked out? That's bonkers, isn't it? It's just kind of weird that each little region of the world has their own best race. For some reason, the region lock has done some really weird stuff that way. Not that, like, the Americas are fantastic here. I mean, I guess... Generally the best players to come out of NA are Protoss. I guess we're forgetting about Special, who is probably the best player from NA, but he's Terran, but he's an exception to that rule, I guess. Anywho, Reaper's name is Vassalaw. After the second era of the Final War, the Oracle of Blood spotted a rift into the Eternity and saw nothing but despair. Vassalaw's mission is clear for him to destroy it all. Alright, man. Vassalaw is here. He's going to try to destroy the entire world. Getting a kill with a Reaper versus Reynor is like the hardest thing you can do in StarCraft. I want to say. It's really, really hard to do. Reynor's control is insane. Cyril's is nuts. I think Reynor's might be on another level. He just babysits his lings a little bit harder with a little bit more care. Where's Reynor's third base is my question. Is he getting a third base at all? He's got to. I can't think of any aggressive builds that look like this to start and then don't get a third base at all. And there we go. Trying to move out, but guess what? There's the Reaper down there. This is great. The Reaper blocking this third base is really nice for HeroMarine. He's not doing anything crazy back home. He just moving into Hellions. Oh my gosh, it's a Ghost Academy. HeroMarine is going early Ghost. All right, that made everything worth it. This felt a little bit samey, but by golly, we are getting Ghosts at 3.5 minutes out of HeroMarine. What a madman. What's he doing? He's just making a Ghost. Just a regular Ghost. I guess steady targeting on the Queens so the Hellions are more effective is kind of brilliant. Oh, he snuck it down. There's no way Reynor should have got that down there. The Reaper was out. The Queens weren't defending this. Oh, that's frustrating. That's really frustrating for HeroMarine and for Terran fans everywhere. You're like, dude, you had that third base on lockdown. You could have continued to shut it down until the Queens walked their butts up there, which they didn't want to do, mind you. The creep is spreading out this way. Urubu is sitting on the creep and decides he doesn't like it. Maybe. Let's get off the creep a little bit there. Smart job, bird. Armory coming in. Is this like a Ghost Hellbat attack? I kind of like it. I kind of really like this. I have not seen this for some time. HeroMarine making it happen here in the DreamHack playoffs for the EU. Not the overall playoffs, just the ones for the Europe, which is why both these players are from the EU. HeroMarine, German. Reynor is obviously from Italy. Pulling back a little bit. Joining up with our Ghost buddies. Third CC coming in, but it's later than it usually is for standard openings for Terran against Zerg these days. So the armory's done. Is he waiting for some medevacs? Medevacs would make this really good, but I don't even see a starport, so we're not getting that at all. Ling's trying to come. Oh, they're hiding. They're hiding on this high ground, and they're going to be able to hide. Oh, that's beautiful. They're going to jump in here when HeroMarine's not ready for it. When HeroMarine's army is across on the other side of the map, these Lings are going to jump on that thing. Is there enough to defend without the Lings is the question. So they do come in. It is a wall. And actually the Marines, just a couple Marines here, enough to shove those Lings away, no problem. Are we going to transform into... there are Banelings here. I think he's trying to keep the ghosts hidden. Maybe he just doesn't like what he sees. He sees the Banelings, he sees the Queens, and he's like, ugh. I don't know about this. Reynor's got this thing on lockdown at the moment. Reynor's got 34 workers. Or 54 workers there. To the 44 of HeroMarine. Plus he's got a big scary army right now. Okay, the ghosts accomplished effectively nothing. Rough stuff. Reynor handled that just perfectly. The Banelings, the Lings, the number of Queens that he had out, HeroMarine was not able to get any pressure at all. I mean, we're looking at 18 Lings down for 2 Ghosts and a Hellion. And Reynor's able to get a 4th base up at 6 minutes, whereas HeroMarine's 3rd base is delayed. What a disastrous opening for HeroMarine. I don't like it. I don't like it at all for the Terran player. Let's see if he can come back. Let's see if he's got it in him to fight, go, fight, and win here. Starport, Reactorin, Factory, Reactorin, as you want to do at this stage of the game. The 3rd base is going to land here for HeroMarine, but again, the 4th base by Reynor is just about done. What's he doing? Centrifugal hooks, getting upgrades for his Lings and his Banelings. Usually a bit of a tell we're going into Ultralisks, which on this map, we've seen more Ultras, I think, than anywhere else. Oh, big Baneling hit. Unnecessary. Slow Banelings. Oh, are they hiding? Hold on. Look at this. Look at this hiding.
SCV ready.
Watch it. Okay, that was sick. That was necessary. I thought they had vision of that, but I forgot about the high weeds here. Reynor, you're mean. You are a mean Zerg machine. That was brutal. HeroMarine's like, what? Unfair. Zerglings getting some harass on here at the Great Wall of Supply Depots, which is not going to be a Great Wall of Supply Depots. It's going to be delayed a little bit thanks to them Zerglings. Bit of a drop coming in here. Straight up Marines and 2 medevacs pushing out. But I mean, the Zergling count is 35. There's Banelings. They're going to have centrifugal hooks fairly soon. They're both trying to drop. He's just trying to get as much damage as he can with the Banelings before he loses them, because, like, they passed, except not in the night. They scattered each other, but basically, HeroMarine wins that thing. He wins the engagement. Now he can't really continue on his normal path. He has to unload somewhere unorthodox, I guess. But the Lings and Banelings are ready, regardless. I mean, income right now is pretty even. At the moment, again, these Lings and Banes are just... There's just enough of them. This is the thing, Zerg players. If you're struggling against Terran, you can defend with Lings and Bane if you're in the right place, right? If you're there as the Terran is unloading his units into your base, and it's 1 by 1 or 2 by 2, you can kill them. If they're already unloaded by the time you recognize that they're there, you're going to have a worse time. Map awareness, and Lings, Banes, and Queens will defend you against a lot of what Terran can do early. Baneling hits. Oh, that centrifugal hook upgrade is just so good here in this situation. On creep especially. Medevacs flying around. A lurker den coming in. Reynor going for them lurkers, man. I feel like he's been favoring that lately. I feel like he's totally been favoring lurkers against Terran, which I don't see it, personally. I don't see it as being a long-term, always viable strategy. Just because lurkers don't do bonus damage to Marines, and Marauders crush them. I mean, against mech, right? Where we've seen lurkers be insanely effective is against mech, where you have a ball of lurkers and you abduct your big ticket items, the Thors, the tanks, into that ball of lurkers and instantly kill them, because they're taking that bonus damage from the lurkers against armored. But just in situations where you're going up against a mobile army like this, it's not as good. These are not Brood War lurkers, man. Brood War lurkers against Bio, yeah, it makes tons of sense. But StarCraft 2 lurkers are different. They don't do bonus damage versus light. They do splash damage, yes, but they don't hurt the Marines as much as you'd want them to. So he's going for it anyway, though, man. He's going for the lurkers. Hydra's there. What is this? Baneling drop here at HeroMarine's 3rd. Kills 11 SCVs. Which it's 91 to 50 workers right now. Are you kidding me? Holy cannoli. Somehow Reynor has a massive economy all of a sudden, where he's able to just make 18 lings and queens and get upgrades and whatever he wants to. HeroMarine's just getting rebuffed at every point. Hang on. Hang on. He's managed to unload here inside the main base to some extent. The lurkers are here. They do force a liftoff because we're in tandem with Banelings. Those are coming. The Lings were really scary too, so you just want to engage. Widowmines. HeroMarine is making Widowmines here, which we've seen a bunch of Terran players just not really bother with recently. And Widowmines are kind of a double-edged sword, right? Friendly Fire Splash is bad. Where they decide to engage would be pretty bad here too. Reinforcements coming to the backside from Reynor. Trying to jump on top of this group. The splits against the Banelings are good. Is there enough here from HeroMarine to do this? No. Too many Lings, too many Banelings. There's a Marauder remaining. He's very brave, but he's also dead. Look at this. Look at this. Still doing stuff. Still inside the main base. The lurkers are not really much of a deterrent as 9 drones go down. This base up north for Reynor gets toasted. 5th base of his is up and running. And these lurkers can't hit these dudes because they don't have the range upgrade yet. Seismic Spines is almost done, but it's not going to finish. The hatch goes down, and then he picks up, and then the upgrade finishes. StarCraft is a game of moments sometimes, you guys. Just a total game of moments. Adaptive Talons coming in for Reynor next. He wants those lurkers to be able to burrow quickly. 3-3 coming in from HeroMarine. He's got a 4th base running up on the left side. It's only a planetary, which seems like it just wants to get sniped. There's nothing else defending it at all. So we're going to make some Banelings on these dudes, and we're going to Baneling bust the planetary. Baneling bomb it. I don't really... Yeah, I was going to say, going in there with just Lings seems stupid. And he didn't in the end. Small group of Marines up at the top right, recognizing there's not actually any defense here except for 1 spine. So 2 drones down. Again, if you can just kind of nickel and dime the Zerg player to death, you're going to have a pretty good time of it. Really, I guess the +1 melee attack was mostly just for the Lings and the Banelings, which he still has. But a lot of the gas is going into lurkers and hydras and not so much into the Banelings anymore. He's getting missile attack +1. I just wonder if he'd be better off with +2 missile attack here. Working on +2 instead of working on +1 at the moment. I say. So HeroMarine, despite some of the damage he's taken here today, like this, where he got completely surrounded by Reynor, he's kind of all right. He's effectively maxed out. Look at the income, pretty much even. He's managed to fight and scratch and claw his way back to being even on income versus Reynor, which is exactly where you want to be if you're a Terran. You're more cost efficient with your units. That's for sure. Another drop from HeroMarine over this way. Widowmine's getting hits just in random spots in the middle of the map against the Zerg. Reynor on the offensive at the moment. Oh, these Lings kind of running into their des. The Banelings arrive and you have to get out. Reynor gets scanned up north. HeroMarine has the intel that he needs of where the Zerg player is. Is that a second Ghost Academy coming in from HeroMarine? What is he doing? Again, steady targeting is a good spell to use against lurkers. So he could just be going for mass ghost with steady targeting, or maybe he's going for nukes. I don't rightly know at this point. We'll have to keep an eye on that production tab of what he's making. Reynor just kind of poking in here. He's slowly moving across the map. He's got some Vipers for Abducts, for Blinding Cloud, for a Parasitic Bomb. Viper, a good unit in the situation. Going for it, man. Burrows the lurkers right inside. HeroMarine's like, that is too many lurkers for us to engage with. That is not happening. Everybody pull back. Tanks firing. Yes, tanks getting hits. Planetary doing some damage up there at the 4th base, keeping it alive. The lurkers are not really in a position to do much. And a drop inside the main base from HeroMarine. It takes down the extractor. Did he get... What did he just get? No tech structures. I don't know what that was. But 3 drones go down. It forces Reynor to pull his attention elsewhere. The lurkers are doing nothing right now. HeroMarine's got a 5th base that is, I believe, completely unbeknownst to Reynor, but he's got a 6th base running here too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I guess that's 5, and this would be 6 at the gold. Yeah, a mass lurker is just not going to work against this composition. There are tanks out. There are marauders out. There's a lot of Marines here. Again, the double Ghost Academy. Oh, enhanced shockwave is being researched. He has no ghosts. He has 0 ghosts, nor is he making any, but by golly, you expect there will be some. Hey, there we go. Finally, 3 at a time. Out of the barracks right now. Reynor, again, I don't believe in this lurker strategy. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't believe in it. Range coming in for the Hydralisks. attempting to replant something there. Maybe a spore or something. Maybe he's trying to get static defense up against these drops because he doesn't have a Spire. And that gets really tricky. If you don't have a Spire versus a dropping Terran player like HeroMarine is doing, they're going to keep dropping. And all you have are Hydralisks against this. Rough stuff. It's really rough to pick Medivacs out of the sky here. 2 have died so far in this game. There are 12. And that's kind of the saving grace for HeroMarine right now. Ling's jumping in there. Again, Planetary. He's doing this a lot. He expects these to be orbitals, I guess. I don't know why. Reynor making some questionable decisions. He is making a Spire, though. Steady targeting. Abducting a tank onto the high ground so the lurkers can massacre it. Blinding Cloud on that tank, but it does wear off a little bit sooner, I feel like, but it goes down anyway. Drones getting killed here. I don't... Liberators. Liberators are always hard to see on the minimap, it turns out. So Planetary holds. I mean, HeroMarine is doing this thing right now. He is refusing to die. He's refusing to give up. And he's holding on. He is. The top left-hand base is his for the taking if he wants it. The income tab is staying pretty close to even. I know it's largely favoring Reynor over the course of the last 10 minutes, but HeroMarine keeping it close. Keeping it closer than you would want. Where are these guys? These Liberators are getting kills. The ones that you literally can't see on the... You can barely see them on the minimap. Just barely see them on the minimap. Reynor moving a Lurker Hydra Baneling army up here. Wow. With some Zerglings in the mix too. This is an orbital. So tank pops out at the worst possible time. Gets killed before firing a single shot. Must lift off the orbital here at the gold base. Trying to effect a drop down this way. HeroMarine does manage to barely do it with like 3 units. And then Reynor pulls back after effectively killing that gold base. And by effectively, I mean, it's still here. Oh, what a bloodbath this is. This is such... Can you believe this is 15 minutes? This is a 17-minute game. I really feel like most of you would be like, a 17-minute game? I'm not watching that. How insane has this game been already? I'm going to post more 17-minute games, I feel like. It'd be good for the game. Good possibly for the channel. Hey, also, if you're watching this, thanks for watching my StarCraft 2 stuff. The numbers are dwindling on my StarCraft 2 casts for some reason I don't fully understand yet. Yeah, this Planetary is toast. There's like 10 lurkers here, and yo, Planetary can't do that. Only 5 SCVs died, though, which is not terrible. Anyway, the point is, if you're like, hey, why doesn't Falcon cast more StarCraft 2? I do. I post StarCraft 2 stuff all through the week. 5 times a week, there's new StarCraft 2. So if you're ever like, Falcon doesn't post StarCraft 2 as much as he used to, untrue. That is not true. If you need to, go to youtube.com/FalconPaladin and see the stuff that I've posted over the last week. I think it'll do you good. Also, hit that like button if you're enjoying this game. This has been so good. HeroMarine lost a base, yes. But he's not dead. He's doing all right. Reynor did take a big advantage in income right now. Holding on to this gold base is massive. He's expanded down here to the bottom side, just outside of his main, too, which is very safe from ground army. Steady targeting on those Corruptors. Not safe from drops as much, which is exactly what HeroMarine is going for down here to the south. I don't know, man. It feels like the longer the game goes on, the more it's in favor of Zerg in this matchup, right? Which is very strange as Blinding Clouds, take down the tanks. Parasitic Bomb on the Medivac, pulling back to the high ground, using tanks to chase away everybody. Drop inside the main base, and at that base down on the low ground, it goes down. Dude, Reynor's going to lose his hive. I don't see him saving it right now. HeroMarine on the other side of the map with the drops. This is why there are the drops. The Corruptors were in no position to save the day. The Lurkers come in and try to do this, but you know what? There's too much bio, too many Marauders. The Lurkers just get massacred instead. 20 drones have gone down. Only 5 SCVs have been killed. Suddenly, it's looking really interestingly bad for Reynor. The income continuing to creep up into HeroMarine's side of the base, or side of the chart here. He's retaking his 5th base. He's got an army on the high ground doing stuff. Corruptor's trying to come in here and deal with these Medivacs. which they can, but they're not as fast as Mutalisks are, so the should be able to get the heck on out of here. Oh, he doesn't really want to, though. All right, so everybody's dead from this group is what I'm trying to say. HeroMarine trying to get out of there, can't quite do it. But another attack. HeroMarine does not give up. He keeps pushing. He keeps being places the Zerg player doesn't want him to be. Oh, geez, that's so many lurkers. Get out of there. Ghost, turn around, steady targeting, go. I'm not even sure if they know what to do here. Ling's jumping on top of the tanks, and that's your good game. It was an admirable effort. HeroMarine does manage to completely destroy Reynor's main base, which you'd think would be enough, man. I am... I am impressed. I am absolutely impressed here by what was going on from Reynor. But HeroMarine, good job. Man, destroying the Zerg's main base. Taking down 2 other hatcheries. Killing 49 drones. Only losing 24. But just too much. Reynor's everywhere, man. He's everywhere. He got dropped several times. Lost a ton of workers in every one of them, it feels like. But at the end of the day, he got the Corruptors out to deal with the drops, which was what he should have done a while ago, I feel like. And the Lurkers, just enough of them. HeroMarine wasn't sure what to do. How many tanks do I make? The Blinding Cloud's a problem. What I was trying to say before the game got a little bit crazier is there was a time back in Heart of the Swarm where it felt like Terran was unstoppable against Zerg once they got up onto 3 bases. Like a 3-basing Terran, just Zerg had no answer for it, right? No answer for it at all. But if we went back to look at the replays, Terran was losing games to Zerg before they got onto 3 bases. It's just there were some timing attacks Zerg had to do damage and cause problems. And that's kind of what's going on here. There are Terran builds that can kill Zergs fast. Proxies are good. Timing attacks can be pretty good there too. We just don't see them as much on the channel because all I really cast are the longer macro games, right? Right. Anyway. Yeah, end of the day, 26 lurkers went down. Resources lost, 38,000 for Reynor, 34,000 for HeroMarine. 4 Widowmines got killed for the Terran player. He lost a Ghost Academy somehow. Might have been somewhere that was vulnerable. 650 Zerglings, 1 Drop Lord that did not succeed in his operation at all. 8 Ghosts went down. I think maybe more steady targeting would have been nice rather than tanks. Just more mobile, and they do hit pretty hard against lurkers with that steady targeting upgrade. All right. Well, that right there is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. All / Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.